Hello everyone. In this video, I will tell you about an automatic watering timer. This is one of the simplest models. It is often bought because its settings are made using two knobs. There are no buttons or a display, and for elderly people, for example, it's difficult to figure out how to set up programs, so there will be no problems with this. There are only two regulators here. One regulates the interval at which the timer will turn on, and the second knob regulates the duration for which it will turn on. That is, it can be set to turn on every hour, every 2, every 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24, 48, 72 hours, and every week. This will be the activation and its duration. Here, from 1 minute up to 2 hours. And you can also turn it on in manual mode. You turn it, and the valve will remain open until you close it, or until you set any desired time. It's also worth noting, the mechanism in this timer is a valve. Therefore, for its normal operation, water pressure is required. Therefore, you shouldn't get it if your irrigation system uses gravity flow from a barrel or from some IBC tank, or if you have low tap water pressure. Such a valve will not suit you. You need to get one with a ball valve mechanism. I will have reviews on them. In future videos, I will show and tell you everything. This particular valve is designed a little differently. It requires water pressure, and without pressure, it will not function properly. Because many people don't think about this. They buy it and encounter a problem, that they connect it, and water just slowly drips from it. And there's neither water flow nor pressure. That is, it's impossible to use it. Therefore, this valve should only be installed if you have a water supply system with normal water pressure. On one side we have the inlet, a plastic union fitting, easy to install and remove, and everything connects here. It has a 3/4 inch thread, so you screw it on 3/4 inch, and you can remove it, hide it. If you need to leave, it's easily removed. So removed, unscrewed, and that's it. On this side we have a 3/4 inch thread. Also included is an adapter for a quick connector. It's often used on garden hoses, or you screw in what you need here. The thread is 3/4 inch. An arrow indicates the direction of water flow. It does not work in the opposite direction. It operates on 2 batteries, AAA batteries. To open, you need to press and pull like this. And sometimes it's even difficult to do by hand. You can use pliers to help. Because it's hard to get a grip, your hand slips. 2 AAA batteries are inserted here. Now we'll insert them. Inserting the batteries. And close it back up. Also, you need to close it carefully so that the wire doesn't get caught under the battery. To ensure contact, closed. After installation, you can screw on the cap. If you leave it outside somewhere, meaning if it rains, it's nothing to worry about. There's a rubber seal here. Water won't get inside. And we close it back up. And let's see what the settings are here. That is, you can turn it on manually. Opened. After a while, a light will flash and it will turn on. There, the valve opened. You heard the click, but there won't be a continuous flow of water. That is, there must be pressure to lift this valve. Now I'll show you how it's constructed inside. And you can close it the same way, or set the required time after which it will turn on. And for how long it will turn on. That's it. Heard the click. The valve closed. And let's disassemble it. See how it's built inside. To disassemble it, you need to remove these 2 knobs. And here, under this sticker, there are 2 screws, which need to be unscrewed. But to remove the sticker, it's advisable to heat it up, either over a burner or with a hairdryer. and then it will come off easily. Because if you try to peel off dried glue like that, you might damage it. Now I'll remove it. I've removed the sticker. Here it is, easily pried off. When heated, the glue softened. Here it is, sticky. It can then be easily re-glued back into place, and it won't fall off. No additional glue is needed. Here we have 3 screws. This hole is for the light bulb. Here we've reached the internal part of the timer. Here we have a connector. Here we have an electronic control mechanism. There's a circuit board and a regulator on it. Here's an electric motor. Now we'll remove it too. Let's see if this whole system is repairable. For example, if it starts leaking after some time, or the sealing rubber has dried out, can it be replaced? I think it will be interesting to find out. Will it be possible to repair it in the future? It's fastened with 4 screws. Motor disassembly. The rubber deteriorates. On the motor, gasket. Gasket. Here the small motor also detaches separately like this. This mechanism is inserted tightly because to prevent water from getting inside, it's difficult to remove. I have completely disassembled the valve. Here's the sealing rubber gasket. It's together with the diaphragm, meaning water pressure pushes on this diaphragm from above and closes the valve. And so here's the diaphragm along with this seal, which closes the opening. Of course, over time, when this diaphragm wears out and the valve starts to leak, it will be difficult to find a replacement. You can, of course, try to cut one yourself, but I don't know how hermetically and correctly it will work. The principle works here, and this is how it is. Here, the electric motor rotates this gear. It raises and lowers a small valve. It's located inside here. Due to this, the water flow either pushes on the diaphragm from below in the open position, opening it, and thus it opens and water starts to flow. From here, through this opening in the middle, when the valve closes, the electric motor shuts off this small valve, and water starts to push not from below on the valve anymore, but an opening opens. Here there's a small one on the side, and the water pressure that comes through the water supply, it pushes on the valve from above, thereby closing the water supply. Therefore, this valve will not work correctly without pressure. It won't. Well, or it will work very poorly. It might close poorly, as closing is done with the help of this spring and water pressure. And to open, there must also be water pressure to compress this spring. Here, water will push on this diaphragm all around, compressing the spring and thereby opening the valve. This is how this mechanism works. Now we will assemble it. I will connect it. I will connect it to the water and we will test how it works. I connected the tap to the water supply. This is the same tap that I disassembled. It was assembled in reverse order without any problems. Everything works. It doesn't leak water. The system pressure is about 2 bar. Now I will demonstrate how it works. The light blinked. It turned on. This is the water flow. This is the normal system pressure. That is, it's around 2 bar. This is how it flows. You can turn on the booster pump. Now the pressure is about 3.5 bar. This is with the pump. This is how it works. Closes. There, the tap turned off. Let's shake off the water. It doesn't leak. Although the system pressure is about 3.5 bar, maybe 4 when it's off. This is how this tap works. In future videos, I will review other models. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.